Chapter 4. All Mai could hear was the stamping of their boots on the wooden floors, making her uneasy. Soon they approached a music studio with many instruments. The lights were out, save for the flashing of the red recording buttons. A 1. A 2. Noel flicked the light on. Sparks went flying and Mai squealed. "What are you doing?" Noel demanded, causing the hair on Mai's neck to stand on end. His voice was quite fearsome. Inside the studio, a man with bleached hair tied back in a ponytail was sitting with a bass guitar, plucking the strings as they produced a low sound. Like Ayako, this man also had pointed ears. He lacked any and all Christmas cheer save for his skin-tight shirt that had Christmas Rock written across the front. His face lit up before he realised who it was, and grimaced. He jumped up from his seat and adjusted his shirt in an attempt to make himself look more presentable. "Oh hey, you scared me there. I thought I was seeing a ghost." He scratched the back of his neck before glowering at Noel. "You should begin to prepare the music sheets for the upcoming year, Takegawa." But Takegawa did not appear to have heard Noel's comment. "Oh hey, while I have you, I want to make new tracks, and Jean said it was okay, but you haven't, and... Oh, hey, who's this? Your new friend?" Takegawa approached, getting so close to Mai that their noses practically touched. She blushed, her eyes widening as she stepped back. "I'm Mai." Mai, I could make a song with that name." He winked, before snapping his fingers and returning to Noel. "So, how about I get your approval to change the music to a more rock style, to energise the kids, and maybe even release the tension in that old hag Aiko? I am not accepting your request." "But Noel, Jean said..." He stopped upon witnessing Noel's intense fiery stare. He lowered his hand and looked down at his boots. "Your request has been denied." "Hey," Mai whined. "He was just trying to suggest something new, you killjoy." Noel rolled his eyes. "If you want to defend unproductive employees, by all means, I'll leave you to it." He strode away, leaving her with a quivering lip. "Don't take it too personally. He always acts like that. A real jerk." Mai shook her head, before taking the chocolate bar and offering a piece to Takegawa. Takegawa grabbed it and popped it in his mouth. "That's good chocolate." "What were you trying to do?" "I wanted everyone to get together for a Christmas rock concert." "That sounds fun." "It would be if Jean hadn't..." He trailed off, taking a deep breath. Anyway, Noel only ever likes to think about work, and so anything fun is always a negative for him. That's not fair at all. A silence encompassed the two before Takegawa grinned, flicking his fringe away from his eyes. "By the way, I'm Monk." "But isn't your name Takegawa?" "Yes, but I'd rather go by my nickname." "Your nickname?" Mai arched a brow. "Well, it's complicated. You see, I grew up training to be a monk like the rest of my family, but it just wasn't for me. I started out making jingles, and it turned out I'm pretty good. That's why I was hired, graced to work under the most ruthless micromanager in the entire world." "Santa?" Monk waved his hand. "Kid you not. He was just a puny kid of about 13 when he took over as... We usually reference him as the manager, but he's head elf, technically." Mai froze. How old was he? He did look rather young. And an elf at that? But he did not have pointed ears like Ayako or Monk. "Is he immortal?" She gulped. "Oh man," Monk wheezed from laughter. "If he was, I'd be terrified. But no, the business of Santa is an inherited position." "You mean his father was Santa?" "Technically. And you might get to meet the man. He's very nice. He was a good Santa in his time." "Why isn't he Santa now?" "Well, he's gotten too old, and it's time for his kids to learn the trade." She wished to ask more, but then a shout from behind ended their conversation. "I thought I informed your boss about hair regulations. No long hair for men." "Oh boy, Hirota." Monk sighed and turned to face the inspector. "He was just here, and wasn't so bothered as you are, you traditionalist." "It's to ensure that hair does not get stuck in the equipment. Women have to wear buns or keep their hair at shoulder length," Hirota said, tapping his pen on his clipboard. "My hair is at my shoulders." At this, Hirota's face soured. "It's indecent." Why are you fighting about hair? Mai asked. Hirota quickly regained his composure while Monk crossed his arms. I am an inspector hired by this establishment under strict orders to ensure efficient and safe work conduct. Ooh, he used the E word. Mai turned to Monk, her expression inquisitive. It's one of Noel's favourite words. Efficient. Which is why you need to cut your hair. And also, you have exposed wires in your office. You will have to do your job elsewhere until it's fixed. He hugged his clipboard to his chest and looked down his nose at Monk. But my office is where I make the best lyrics, Monk groaned. And you, young lady. Hirota narrowed his eyes, sweat dripping from his forehead. You should not have food around electrical equipment. Sorry. Would you like some? Mai held the bar out for him to take a piece. Are you trying to bribe an official? We were just leaving. Monk gripped Mai's shoulders, whirling her around to the exit. She's a newbie, gotta show her around. Wait, I'm not done with your report, Hirota called after them. And I'm not done growing my hair.